Hello class. Today we are going to learn about assessment of animal welfare, and we want to see some of the things that we look at in animals that tell us whether they are in a good state of welfare or a bad state of welfare. So to begin, I want us to look at the importance of welfare assessment. Why is it that important for us to really assess the welfare of animals and to see why it benefits the animal or even the owners? So in the recent years, there has been a lot of public concern about animal welfare, and this has given people to see the roles that assessment of this animal welfare has been the roles that the assessment play. So the first reason or the first importance of assessing animal welfare is to identify the current welfare problems that are there in animals. So of course, when we identify the problems, we will know what to do with them, how to correct the problems. The second reason is checking the farm assurance and legislative requirements and checking that they've been met. Because remember, there is a law that governs taking care of animals or handling animals. So we assess welfare to know that these requirements have been met. The third one is to indicate the risk factors leading to the welfare issues. Once we know the risk factors, then of course we can avoid them. And fourthly, we want to test the efficacy of any interventions that have been there previously. We also have formulating a product or a labeling system or a research tool for evaluation and comparing production systems. So we want to compare the different production systems that we have, and of course see which one is better than the other, which one we can adopt, the environments, management systems, the animal genetics, and so many other reasons. So for any welfare system, there has to be different characteristics, and we usually want to know which one is the ideal one. So the first characteristic, the measures that you get from the assessment should be valid and reliable. So they should not be subjective. The second characteristic, the system should be easily operated by a trained person. Don't want a system that somebody fails to really operate or use. Then number three, the system should require or should use very limited time for the assessment, and the results should be repeatable. Whoever assesses the welfare first should get the same result from like any other person that assesses second or any other time. So we want to finally look at the factors that affect assessment of animal welfare. Number one is the category of the animal. Of course, when you look at working animals versus other animals, or animals for production versus the other ones, the way we assess them is quite different. So that will affect the system. Number two, the type of production systems. There are those intensive systems and there are those extensive systems, so the welfare of the animals will be different for the two. And we also want to the third factor is the skill of the assessor. So of course, if you don't have certain skills, there are things that you will not manage to assess. And number four, the indicators incorporated assessment protocol. So depending on the welfare system, there are different indicators. So each indicator will influence the assessment. So this is my final slide. I want us to study the picture below the two animals. I want you to study it and note down the points. Assess the two animals and note down any welfare issues that the animals have. Thank you very much.